So bioplastic or like biodegradable plastic is a complete scam. So first of all, this term of like bioplastic is an umbrella term for like 20 different kinds of plastic. So unfortunately, these aren't regulated terms. And then what you end up with is just lots of more like greenwash bullshit. For quick definitions, something that is a plant plastic, meaning they don't use like a petroleum-based feedstock to make the plastic, does not necessarily mean that it's going to be any safer for the environment. Just because it's plant-based doesn't mean it has a shit ton of additives. There have been a number of studies have shown that bio or like plant plastics, they actually leach those additives far more readily than regular plastics do. And so you can have a plant plastic that is not biodegradable, right? You can also have a plant plastic that is biodegradable, okay? However, that does not mean that it is going to take a short amount of time to biodegrade. It can still take many, many years and decades. But how biodegradable it is all depends on how it's made, like the thickness of the plastic. There's certain testing standards for biodegradability, and literally none of the testing methods to test for whether or not a plastic is biodegradable per the US government, none of those test for chemical additives. When they're testing them, they use a 2mm sieve to see if less than 10% of it remains after 12 weeks. However, guess what's smaller than 2mm? Microplastics. That means that microplastics and nanoplastics, those are going to remain and then go into compost, which then goes into soil, which you then eat, because those actually don't fully go away. But there are certain certifications that you can get when it comes to like bio or compostable plastic. And then what's amazing in this report, they actually went into who's on the board of these certification companies that do like compostable and bioplastic certifications. Eastman Chemical Company, this is like a super evil company from Texas. That fucking Pepsi is on here. All of these are like plastic and chemical manufacturers, y'all. So yeah, and then there have been multiple studies showing that like bioplastics they actually leach far more readily and are more toxic than regular conventional plastic. However, there was a study that came out last year, which is so fucking crazy. The researchers extracted chemicals from compostable and bioplastic bags, comparing them to conventional bags, right? They found that the chemicals extracted from the compostable bags were more toxic to cells in vitro than the chemicals extracted from virgin and even recycled plastics. And recycled plastics are really bad. So the authors concluded that the high toxicity found in the compostable materials was likely due to the addition of new and yet unknown toxic chemical additives. What the fuck?